Welcome back to Caller X Malice. That's enough for now. I think this is enough for now. Even for a summary, there was much to digest. Even if I decided to undertake this on my own, I would have no idea where to start. I need some direction. Oh, and if someone is working on the month's case, we'll be working on it together. The latter said I needed to get a grasp on the whole truth day. X day, not truth day. I can read. In that case, it might be quickest to investigate them as a whole with the Yanagi. He was also sympathetic about the caller. Enomoto is looking into April and May, I think. The first case, right? The April and May incident started it all. There might be some good hints here. I had a personal interest in August when the quarantine and weapon policy were enacted. Sasa's on August. I wonder if we'd really cooperate, though. Next was... that just leaves Shira. Shira was scary in his own unique way. Out of the whole group, he was the only person who was openly enjoying my situation. He had a unique way of viewing my color. He saw it as a source of great amusement. Besides, Shira is the one who could most easily plant the letters. If someone at the station slipped the letter into the investigation file, I had to be wary. However, the most obvious suspect wasn't some shadowy mole, but rather Shira. If I'm going to investigate Shira, I'll probably have to work on the case he has. He moved between the police and Yanagi's group. It was odd that he decided to reopen the already solved September case. I'm so confused. Further complicating things, I'd have to work my day job while secretly investigating. I'm terrified, but I have no choice. Okay, I've got a handle on what I have to do. I had a rough idea of what I'd have to do starting tomorrow, so I sighed in relief. Speaking of which, they told me to go to Sakuraga... I can read. Oh, I just... absolutely, I did one take of this in the wrong thing and did it perfectly. And then it's time to do it on the actual recording properly and I mess it up. Sakuragawa for help getting intel out. I'll go see her tomorrow. The next day, I was on call during my lunch break, and I could be summoned at any time. Before I eat, I should go see I'm just going to say Sakura. It's easier, in forensics. Firing range. Oh, okay, so I'm actually moving. Oh, that's cool. I took a deep breath in front of the door of the forensics and knocked. Excuse me. I opened the door and spoke to a man sitting just beyond it. Good afternoon. I'm Anon from the SRCPO local office. Is Kotoho's Sakura here?
お疲れ様です。ちょっと待っててください。おい、桜川!
A woman seated at a desk further inside reacted to the call-out. She was a woman I'd seen in the photo. This was definitely her.
なんだよ。今手が離せな。
Oh, she's cute. Sakura? Eyes went wide when she saw me, and she approached me right away. Good afternoon, I'm...
知ってる。ついてきな。
With that curt response, Sakura exited the room immediately without even waiting for me to do likewise. I anxiously hurried after her. Ugh, I rolled too far away. She took me to the roof. We would obviously be less likely to be seen or overheard here. Sakura narrowed her eyes and scouted the area and spoke once she thought it was clear.
あんたのことは笹塚から聞いてる。柳さんがやってる探偵事務所に X デー事件についての依頼が来たんでしょ？ 調査協力者を警察に送り込んだから世話してやってほしいって、ほんと迷惑な話だよ。
I'm sorry. Sakura has shot a doubtful and disapproving glare at me. Well, fuck you too.
あんたさ、バレたらクビだって分かってんの？
Yeah, I don't have a choice. I thought this was just a meet and greet, but Sakura cut right to the chase. Sakagara, actually. She was testing my dedication to the investigation. I thought I'd be doing everything I could each day to protect Shinjuku and its citizens. I thought that the X-Day investigation was in a distant, different world than mine. But now I was right at the thick of it. I want to do everything that I can. So... Let's see. There are things that I need to protect. I want to research the X-Day beginnings. I want details of the weapon ban repeal. Obviously, getting involved with Unagi's investigation would be a violation of my duties. But my real duty, the duty of the police, was to protect the safety of Shinjuku Ward. As a police officer, I wanted to protect whomever I could. If I was paralyzed by my position or methods, then I'd never make any progress in solving cases. Even if that means I can't stay on the force. I made up my mind and looked straight at Sakugawa. I came to you with all that in mind, but I might be against regulations, but I will do my duty as a police officer. I swear that I'm determined to do that. When I made my intentions clear, her eyes went wide and she dropped her gaze.
そこまで言われて断ったら、私の方が悪者みたいじゃん。
You're damn right. She looked up at me, sighing.
わかった。できる限りは協力するよ。ま、笹塚と約束もしてるしね。
She was testing us. Really?
でも、私に不利になることまでは協力してやれないからね。
I'll help you, but I'll be damned if I'm going down for this shit. Fair enough, girl. She is kind of pretty. Of course, it's only natural.
アドバイス程度のことしかできない時でも、絶対文句は言わないこと。わかった？
Yes. She relented, perhaps because of how vigorously I was nodding.
ま、何かあったらおいで。空いてる時間なら対応してあげる。
Sakugawa finished with a weak smile. I bowed deeply to her. Thank you so much.
やめて、大げさすぎ。
I mean, if we keep doing this, she won't know how to react to us. Her face scrunched up in displeasure, and she forced her arms sulking. She folded her arms sulking. I'm glad that she seems like a good person. I was new, so I didn't know how many people here. I was new, so I didn't know many people here. It was gratifying to know her when I had no idea who I could rely on in this situation. The next step depends on me. I have to do my best not to trouble her too much. Then my phone vibrated in my pocket. Yes, this is Hoshino.
星野、事件だ。被害者が出た。住宅街での犯行らしくてな。現場が混乱してる。特防にも応援要請が入った。すぐに向かうぞ。
Yes, sir. I hung up the phone and saw Sakugawa running for the rooftop exit. I was sure she had orders to move out too. I have to hurry. I put my phone away and started running.
X デーをお知らせします。
Oh, it's starting.
私たちは忘れてはならない。罪を生み出した者のことを。
Oh, it's backwards too.
これがゼロになった時死刑が執行される。救済方法はこのカウントダウンがゼロになる前にここに警察がたどり着くこと。
I'm an idiot, it's not backwards.
早く助けて。死にたくない。死にたくない。死にたくない。
On the way to the scene in a squad car, I watched a video while listening to Mochida explain the situation. The video had been sent to the public email address of the Shinjuku PD a few hours ago. Unlike past statements, this had been sent only to the police for some reason. Apparently, Investigation HQ had enforced a gag order and were analyzing the video.
警察の動きを犯人側に知らせないための慣行令ということだが、まあ今や捜査員の数も増えてどこから漏れるかわからないのは事実だがな。
Mochida seemed somewhat annoyed by Investigation HQ's behavior, as if they suspected that there was someone in the station working with Adonis. I mean, but that could be the truth. I softly touched my collar through my clothes. Any information I'd heard previously could be transmitted to the criminals. I have to tread very carefully. The gravity of this position I was in chilled me to my core. How many hours ago was it? We were almost at the scene. A text? I subtly moved my phone so that Machida couldn't see the screen. It's from Sazazuka. Stop by on your way home. It was a short message, but the implications came through loud and clear. Saza and the others had probably already caught wind of this crime. Even though the gag order is in place, they don't seem to have slowed it down at all. Feeling strangely impressed, I closed my phone. Sorry if you guys hear a pup in the background. Investigators and detectives were all over. Curious bystanders were also gathering at the scene. Pandemonium was an apt way to describe it. We showed our police notebooks and entered the apartment where the homicide had occurred, so we didn't make it in time.
これまでの事件と比べると異例の速さで現場を特定はできたようなんだが。
But we were still too late. We heard that the victim had already been killed and the suspect had fled the scene before the police had arrived.
持ち場を確認してくるから待ってろ。
Yes, sir.
ちょっとそこどいて。邪魔だよ。
Sakagawa entered the room wearing a forensics uniform. Her tense expression relayed the severity of the crime to me.
森岡さん、死亡時刻絞れました。
どうだった？
So now we have two new people.
捜査員が現場に駆けつける10分から20分ほど前とみられます。
一歩遅かったか。
これまで完全に数歩先を行かれていたことを考えると大進歩とも言えるでしょうが、
間に合わなきゃ意味がない。被害者を出してしまった以上、手放しで喜べる状況じゃないぞ。
心得ています。だからこそ些細な情報も見逃せません。そのためにわざわざ現場に来たんでしょう。
無駄死にはさせない。
ええ。
桜川、被害者の身元は判明したのか？
田中悟、34歳。この部屋の住人で一人暮らしです。現在は無職。元はゲーム開発会社勤務。プログラマーだったようですね。
We had another one that was connected to a game though. I listened to their exchange, making sure to stay out of the way. If they located the scene just a bit sooner, this could have been prevented. I was sure that the investigators felt that frustration more than anyone else here. I knew how it felt to be toothless. People's lives depend on my actions. Investigations aren't that simple. Personal actions or not, I would bear that burden if I wasn't in a collected state of mind. Then someone clapped me on the shoulder.
俺たちは周辺封鎖の手伝いと近隣住民への説明だ。犯行時刻からするとまだ犯人が近くに潜んでいる可能性も高い。取り逃がさないように慎重にな。
Yes, sir. After we set up the cordon and talked to the neighbors, we were told to gather information. Time flew by in a flurry of activity. I realized it had gotten dark. Well, it was just the prologue. Soon it would be midnight. I walked through the streets of Shinjuku alone. After we finished interviewing witnesses, I returned to the station and filed in a report. My whole body was racked with fatigue. I just want to go home and rest. Still, I also wanted to know that Saza and the others at the office managed to learn about the incident. I whipped myself into shape and began hurrying to the office, which is what we'll check next time. Yeah, it's a shorter video, but I'm still getting over being sick. So thank you guys so much for joining me for more Collar X Malice. Bye, guys.